He asked Livy, "How do you want to die?" He had a very fierce look in his eyes. Li Wei wept and cried out in sophistry. Lin Slowly's death has nothing to do with me. She fell off the cliff by herself. She deserved to die, but you're the one who really deserves to die. You can't kill me. It's protocol in the Wolf Clan not to lay a hand on a female, and I'm pregnant. No female can be put to death, no matter how much she's committed. Frost Cloud smiled evilly. The rules only said that the Wolf Clan could not lay hands on females. But what about orcs that aren't wolves? Li Wei still wanted to call out to him. What do you want to do? Frost Cloud then ordered the others to take her out and throw her to the edge of the dense forest below the Rocky Mountain. It's freezing out there right now. If I step outside the Wolf Clan's boundaries, those wandering orcs are starving. There's no telling what y'all will do. Frost Cloud, you can't do this. She was then dragged out and thrown in the snow. Don't throw me out. They threw her straight out, and all Livy could do was scream. No, don't leave me. Livy tried to call out to them, but how could she be ignored? And all she could do was scream for help. She couldn't stand up anymore. At that moment, a wolf was suddenly heard behind him, and it was very close by. This stray ferocious wolf saw Livy, a wild female, and it looked so tasty. Livy could only yell, "Don't come any closer. Don't come any closer." But how could the starving wolf listen to her? At last the wolf came behind Livy, who crawled forward in fear to escape. Finally there was the continuous screaming, as the orc watched Livy's misery from above. Frost Cloud then instructed the others to come over in the morning and look around, and if there were any bones left to collect them for her. The witch doctor came and looked at Frost Cloud's appearance and tried to call out to him. Since Slow was pushed off the cliff, Frost Cloud was colder than before, if he was still alive. But that was simply impossible. Right come the next day, it's snowing heavily. The chief is so cruel to leave Livy here like this. But Livy is also very excessive. The little female is so nice. She lost her life like that. If I were the matriarch, I wouldn't be able to stand it either. This dress is Livy's corpse, so wrap it up and bring it back. I didn't realize that the first beauty of the Blackwater River would end up with a bag of corpses. And in the dungeon, there are other people from the Blackwater tribe being held. Damn it, is the Rock tribe trying to starve us to death alive by not sending us food? Chewie threw away the wooden bowl with an irritated look on his face. Ma Qing ate the dry food in her hand. In the freezing weather, she couldn't go out to hunt. It's better to eat the dry food we brought from the Black River tribe. That's when Aki seemed to smell blood. Aki then called out to the man with the bag. Is that fresh meat in there? Do you want to trade with me? The orc even hesitated, but the clan leader didn't let me do that, and Ma Qing seems to know something. Yato then directly want to exchange. I give you half a pot of water to drink. He's not afraid of cold. Meat pieces to share me a little. How about it? And the orc smiled. Okay, but just some bones with meat. Are you sure you want it? I'll trade for it. Give it to me. Aki just ripped the meat right off the bone. Yum, it's not a lot of meat, but it's so tender. He then picked up a piece of meat. Ma Qing, you eat it too. Quite tasty. Such tender oat meat, or a precious female, you have to savor it. And on the other side, the wind and snow. With the help of Sang Night, I began to collect seeds from the forest. After 7 days of trying to find them, I've collected 278 seeds, and I'm still 22 short of completing the task. That's when Sonya turned his head to look at me, and I noticed his movement as well. Out of his mouth rode to seeds. Botanical illustration. Fragrant crisp fruit, not only crispy and tasty, but also has the effect of stopping bleeding and anti-inflammatory, is a very rare trauma medicine. I was pleasantly surprised to hold this fruit. Crispy fruit. Singing, you're amazing. Seeing this fruit again reminds me that I look for its seeds. That's when I loaded the seeds and saw the same night not look quite the same. He lowered his head. Did he want me to touch his head and praise him? I stroked his head. Why are you so clingy? Not like a cold snake, but like a big dog with relatives. And Sang Knight's heart is also beautiful. Slow and is so comfortable. So like you. More and more like you. Here's a man walking in the snow. Whitey also found the place, which showed signs of animals passing by. I went back to the cave with Sonya, but I kept coughing. There are 290 seeds in total. Only the last 10 are missing to complete the system's mission. Sonya saw me coughing all the time and asked me, why do you keep coughing? Are you alright? I'm fine. Maybe I'm choking on the cold air. I rubbed my head. Why did my head feel a little hot? After all, it's been a long day of running outside in these temperatures. He let me sleep for a while, and he called me when he had made the food, and my body shivered slightly. Finally laid down and had to rest and recuperate. In a short while, Sanyo's meat was ready and brought it here. I'm breathing a little fast. My head hurts. It's hard, and my body is still hot. When Sanyan touched my head, slowly the temperature turned higher. She's sick. The snow and ice would get the ease and clothes wet, and that would be even more uncomfortable. I was colder and could cool her down. He undressed himself and placed me in his arms, and my consciousness blurred, only feeling close on a cold body. Holding this body, I rubbed against his body, so cool and comfortable, but I was still coughing, and Song Yao looked a little worried at my condition. She had a good dry cough and needed some water. Just grabbed an ice cube into his mouth, melting the ice into water. Ease up, don't die. I must let you live. Finally, he slowly drank the water from Sang Yeo's mouth. It seemed like my body was reacting and I woke up straight away. Then he turned behind him and kept coughing. He just took me in his arms and eased. How are you? As a result, I had no relief at all and coughed even harder, eventually coughing up blood, slowly spitting up blood. Is she dying? It's so hard to find a female who wants to be with me all the time. I can't lose her. The lungs are burning and hurting. Is it acute pneumonia caused by a cold and fever? In this day and age without antibiotics, pneumonia can kill you. Is there any medicine for me? By the way, crispy fruit. Thinking back to before, crispy fruit, not only crispy and tasty, but also has the effect of stopping bleeding and anti-inflammatory, is a very rare trauma medicine. The 2 crispy fruits I picked earlier, I ate them straight away, and the pain in the lungs has subsided. He looked worriedly at how I was doing. The coughing stopped. You can talk. My eyes are misty. Crispberries heal, so please go find some more for me. Okay, I trust you. Wait for me here. Sangyu is very worried about me. Although it was still snowing outside, he still came out to look for the blizzard started again in the evening, and everywhere was covered with snow, and it was impossible to find. That's right. When I was being hunted, I passed by a tribe that might have something. Then we came to the Boer tribe. What are you doing? Don't come in here. I have crystal coins here. Does your Boer tribe have any crispy fruits? I'll buy as many as there are. But the patriarchs were tough. We were short of food and refused to exchange food. Crispy fruits don't fill you up at all. And if you're short on food, I'll trade you hair meat as well. No, the matriarch is not backing down in the slightest. You're trying to trick me. Heck, no food change. The slowdown is at stake. And in that case, the only thing to do is to rob it. Then he took on a human form and opened his mouth wide. He swallowed the Boer tribe chief straight away, and the group of piglets all stared in disbelief. Cripes, the patriarch was eaten. He killed the patriarch, killed the snake. After they reacted, Saint Night could only flee the place. Crunchy fruit must be in the place where the food is stored. Smelling its aroma, the Boers saw where he was going, too. He went to the caves, where we store our food. As soon as I came in, I saw the Crispies. Hurriedly rolled up this bag of crispy fruit and went back to save the reprieve. The Boers have rushed in just in time. He's going to run. Stop him. The python's skin is too hard for us to penetrate. They didn't seem to be stupid enough to pick up a torch and use fire. Snakes are afraid of fire. Picked up the torch and threw it at Sonya's body. His body was burning with fire and it was making a loud noise. You can't burn the crispy fruit. Mulberry leaf grits her teeth and endures the fire. He immediately fled the area, and the boar behind him saw that it fled to the forest. Chase! Kill him! Take the torch and go after him. And he could only drag his wounded body forward. But the wounds of his body affected its speed. I can't stop. I have to go back quickly. Ease up. Wait for me. You're saved. Behind them, the boars continued to chase, not giving up at all. And I'm still lying here coughing my guts out. I can't stop. It was just then that Sang Nai came back and slowed down. I brought the crispy fruits you asked for, but I just coughed twice and didn't answer what he said. And Sang Nai seemed to see what was going on as she lost consciousness. He'll just have to chew the crunchy fruit himself. Hand feed it in her mouth. Ease up. You're going to have to hold on to it. It's the next day. Slowly there was no more coughing, only light breathing. Song Yao looked at the slowdown. She wasn't coughing too much anymore. Was the crispy fruit working? And I slowly opened my eyes as the sunlight came in. I sat her up and asked him, "Did you feed me crispy nuts?" Without answering me, he asked me, "Are you feeling better now?" "I've been better, thanks," I noticed when he turned his head. Song Yao, what's wrong? The boar orcs were coming after them. Outside, their silhouettes have been sensed by the Sang Night. Do you want to go home? He asked me that question out of the blue. It's too cold in the forest. You'll get sick again if you stay. So I asked him, well, can you come back with me? You saved me. I have to repay you. What can I do to repay this python, who is gloomy on the outside but gentle on the inside? Slow is starting to change his attitude towards me, unfortunately. Now is not the time. I don't need your repayment. Just get out of here. Where did these wounds come from? I saw the wounds on his body. It's from looking for the crispy fruit. Are you hurt? A small injury. He turned his head as if he didn't want to answer. After assuming human form, it said, I don't need your pity, but that's not what I meant. I held this big snake, and you were so badly injured. When you went to find the crispy fruit for me, Come with me to Rocky Mountain and get your injuries healed. You go away, go back to your mates and stay out of my face. I don't look down on you. I just don't think I'm good enough for you. You deserve a good female who is dedicated to you. He just turned around. I don't need your undivided attention. I want to be there for you. I looked into his eyes, Sand Knight's eyes, sincere and firm. Will you go back with me first and talk about the mate thing? After you've recovered from your injuries. Coupling is not a small thing, and I had to get permission from both partners as well. Slowly shaken, so happy. Too bad it was at this time of year. The Boer tribe's pursuers had already followed the trail and were coming this way. It was necessary to let Slowly leave first, or she would be in danger. He's injured and can't move for a while, so he asked me to go back first and bring help and food to him. I immediately agreed. Good, I'll go back and get someone to save you. You must wait for me. Sanyo is injured and can't hunt now. We'll all end up dead in the end. He told me to wait again. He stopped me. The crystal on his forehead sparkled and he reached out to touch finally went down to this crystal gem. So he wasn't born with a jewel on his forehead. He gave me the jewel. It's a sacred stone left to me by my mother. It's for you. Keep it close to you. I can sense your well-being. It's good to have this, so I can use it to contact Sonia when I move to the rescue. I took one look at his body and turned away. I know. Get dressed. That's right, Senyu. I'll leave all this food for you. He took the bag, too. I'll walk to the entrance of the cave and wait for me. I'll be back. Take care on your journey. I'll be waiting for you. Get as far away as you can. Those Boer orcs. Let me hold them off. The Boers have also come to the entrance of the cave, and the snake is inside. Light the torches and burn him. And a pair of eyes suddenly appeared inside the cave door, staring at the group of Boers. Finally, the black python rushes towards the Boer orcs. Another fight to the death, and I'm walking alone in this freezing cold. I ended up accidentally slipping on the ground, and it seemed to be holding me back. I slowly got up again to hurry back. Sun Yao was still waiting for me. I move on, hoping to reach the rock tribe soon. It's getting dark, and the Rocky Mountains are still so far away. Almost there. Hold on a little longer. I need to slow down. It's too exhausting. But I couldn't keep up with my strength, and fell heavily to the ground again. No, I have to get up. I have to get up. I can't give up. Sonia is still waiting for me to save him. That's when a voice came. Slowly, where are you? The voice was Whitey. I looked up and shouted, I'm here. And Whitey seemed to hear my cries, walked up to me quickly. He picked me up, slowly, and I found you. You are indeed alive. I'm breathless trying to speak. Save someone. Save Sanyu. He picked me up and was about to leave. Don't talk yet. I'll take you back. My eyes have gone misty, and I want to call out to Whitey to save Sanyu. Save Sonia. He's waiting for me. Back to the Rocky Mountains. Ma Kaiang was eager to step forward and found it slowly. Ma Kaiang, watch out for the kid. Get the witch doctor from Longjamp here. She has a fever. It's serious. My mouth still said, go save him. But Frost Cloud couldn't hear me. Save who? She's burning up. Mustn't stop the fever first. I'll use the medicine. Longju brought the potion and told her to drink it down first. Whitey came over worried and helped me cool down in the... I got the ice and used it to cool down for the reprieve. Ease up. You'll be fine. Who's talking to me? Head spinning. After a night, the snow has stopped. The fever's finally gone down. I think we'll be fine when we wake up. Both of them also breathed a sigh of relief. Great. At that moment, a clan member came over. Clan chief. It's bad. Da Cho and Ma Ching have run away. What's going on? Ma Ching took advantage of the fact that you guys went looking for Slowdown, and the clan was short on manpower, and ran off with Ya Cho and a dousing male orcs. Some of the orcs that ran away were living mates that hadn't died after the May contract. Right. If you let the tiger go, there will be a lot of trouble. Frosty Cloud has a gloomy face. I will leave my men to go after them. Make sure to kill them to silence them before they return to the Black River tribe. To be on the safe side, I'll bring more men. I'll leave his in your care. Split into to track them down. If you see Ya Cho and Ma Ching, kill them both on the spot. Don't let them go back to the Blackwater tribe alive. The clansmen all shouted yes in response, their eyes blazing. Frost Cloud, on the other hand, immediately raised his voice to the sky, echoing his own clan to begin the action. Then they all took the form of beasts and began to chase after Ya Cho's crowd. And I had, by this time, opened my eyes. In an instant he Saturday up, seemingly startled, and called out Sang Knight's name. Whitey came over and hugged me, easing you've been unconscious for 2 days and you're finally awake. I leaned on Whitey. You're not dreaming. I'm really back on Whitey. That's right, San Knight. I suddenly realized the problem. By die, go and save San Yi. He's wounded and needs to be saved. San Yao is a python and was badly injured trying to save me. So please go and save him. Don't worry, since it helped you, I will find him for you. As long as it's what you want to slow down, I'll do it for you. As long as you don't leave again. And Whitey hugged me. Thank you. Whitey is always so gentle, helping me and caring for me. In contrast, I'm of little use in this world, and I've caused so much trouble for everyone else. I took out this gem. This is the jewel sang you gave me. It says that with this, I can find him. I'll wear it as a pendant, Whitey. If you wear it, he'll believe you. I looked at this necklace. High-grade purple and black crystals. That same night's origins were not simple. Then I watched him leave. Longju let me rest assured. I've asked Zhou Yuan to bring someone to go down with Dai. They'll take care of each other. They'll be fine. You're the matriarch's mate. Your family. That's the way it should be. And on the other side of the Rocky Mountain, there are two orcs, here watching the hills as if they're up to something. I've come to Manhwa. You're so lucky to be found. How did you manage to be pushed off a cliff without a scratch? I awkwardly say I don't know why. I can't say I was sent by the system to a wasteland 100 miles away. By the way, how's your baby? It looks like it's getting a lot bigger. The old witch doctor said he might not have to wait until spring for the baby to be born. Orcs seem to have a much shorter pregnancy cycle than humans. It's bound to be a healthy and cute little baby. Liu Xian then smiled a treacherous smile. You and the Frost Cloud clan chief should also cheer up. That's when Longju walked in, slowed down, and took his medicine. I looked at the medicine and it smelled disgusting, as if he were the same as Panjimian. Longchamp witch doctor's potion is always bitter, and I can't stop drinking it. A clan member ran in. Witch doctor, it's bad. The Black River tribe is fighting. Outside, there were hordes of Black River tribesmen who roared uncontrollably. This Yachel is ripping off the Rock tribe's clans and come with me. Revenge. Plundering the land and food of the Rock tribe. The other clans responded with, Frosty Cloud, you didn't think, did you? We'll come back with a kill shot. I heard that the little female was actually retrieved by the tiger, just in time. When Frost Cloud is under my control, I want him to watch me possess that little female. Cue Frost Cloud again, and take the position of the Rock Clan's patriarch. Longchamp witch doctor, they're coming on strong. We can't stop them. The beasts of the Black River tribe have long had their eyes on the Rocky Mountains, and Nacho came to our tribe to scout the way. A few of the slow runners have already been killed by them. Everyone was hurt badly, and the wolves of the Blackwater River were really trying to kill everyone. How many people are on the other side? What are our chances of winning? Frost Cloud took 2/3 of the tribe's males, and Whitey is away. Right now, there are only 70 or so people, even females, in Rocky Mountain, and the other side has nearly 200. So we have no chance of winning. It's a tiger that's been transferred from the mountain. The Black River tribe was prepared for this. Livy's deliberate provocation. The conflict between the two sides erupted. Frosty Cloud kills Livy. Machin and Achu escape. Frost Cloud led the way after them, and the conspiracy was a chain of events that connected without a single gap. It seems that even orcs, who are straightforward by nature, cannot be underestimated for their intelligence. Slowly, I remember Paktai Dage Big Seller. Right, you take Mukhayan and hide in it. The other females came over and all of them hidden after Slow and Moksha. Long wished the witch doctor, but it did not answer, and all went into hide. Whatever happens out there, don't come out. I looked worriedly at Longchamp. The Longchamp witch doctor. What about you guys? Longju's eyes are firm, and he has a face that looks like he's going to die. Let's go and guard the door. You be killed, you'd better hide in here together. But it didn't stay. He just left. Longju turned his head with a stern look in his eyes. All the cowards of the Rock tribe came out. There are only heroes who die in battle in the Rockwolf clan, not cowards. Guardian of the Rockwolf clan, guard the Rocky Mountains. They're all out guarding their homes. The last wolf's tooth pendant was placed in front of me. Give this wolf's tooth chain to Frosty Cloud so he can avenge us. I cried out in a voice, long wishing the witch doctor. Ease up. Frosty Cloud is counting on you. Finally the door was closed and we were all worried about them. Longchamp, cover up this door. You can be seen. Then he turned his head and showed his teeth, very fiercely, revealing his wolf teeth, and the ropes on his feet were broken. Rock wolves, no cowards. Come on, you scum. Long live the world. The invaders, who rushed towards the Black River tribe, must guard their homeland. The two of us snuggled together, seeming to already know their downward spiral. Mushian, don't make a sound. It's full of enemies out there now. We can't be discovered. Mokhayan shed tears as if she had some sense. Her mate was brutally murdered, collapsed in resistance. How could they be a match for the men of the Black River tribe? Already a large number had been killed, all of them from the Rocky Wolf pack, and the enemy was still reaping a merciless harvest. You are not allowed to invade the Rockwolf clan's territory. Longju is the only one still fighting back. Go to hell. Longshu, with a sneak attack behind him, Aki bites into the back of Longju and hits it at the same time. Longju can only be knocked away and smashed into the wall. It's you, Chelsea. Longchamp's body is shaking with pain. It's me, didn't expect that. Chewy's very proud of himself. Oh thing, from now on, this is the territory of our Black River clan. The last thing he did was to send Longju flying with a claw. Longju had no ability to resist. The old thing is finally dead. Go, let's go find the female in hiding. Longchamp twitched his body. The long winter nights, so long but the sun always rises. Our clan chief will surely lead the Rock clan out of the long night. Finally the light shot out and flew towards a place. Frosty Cloud over here seemed to have sensed it and frowned in place. What's wrong, matriarch? Go back. Panic in my heart. I always think something's wrong. This side of the ground is full of people from the Black River tribe, looking around for people. We'll hide here together. We can't be found. No one in the entire tribe knows about this cellar, except my mate and the witch doctor. There is food here, enough to last until the others return. I comforted everyone and told them not to worry. That's when Mika's body was shaking. What's wrong with Mika? Sticky to the touch. Is this the water breaking? Makhayan is going into premature labor. She collapsed on the floor. Silence. This is not the time to upset yourself. A voice came from above. It had been searched and no one was in the house. No way. Find that little female, even if I have to dig up the ground. I must have her. Aki's voice. They're looking for me. There was a clunky noise from above as items continued to be broken and not found. Go look outside. I'm relieved. The footsteps are fading away, and still no exit on the ground has been found. I was relieved to hear that. By the sound of it, they were finally gone and the place was safe for now. But Makhayan is already shivering in pain. Ease up, it hurts. Makhayan is dying. She can't hold on much longer. Only here to help her deliver the baby. Mushon, you have to bear it for a while. You bite down on this animal skin roll. No matter how hard it is. You can't scream out. Got it? Mulk a bit into the animal skin, knowing in her heart that my mate must have died in battle. They died protecting me and the child. Moksha, push the child outward with all your might. I must have the baby. I will avenge my mates. Finally push hard enough to give birth to your own child. The first wolf cub was born, with blood still on its body. The other females watched as Mu Xian gave birth to a young wolf cub, and they all curiously went up to look at it, hearing and the sound of coyote pups yelping. And so on. And 1, 2, gently. What about the 9 babies? They all look good. The babies are quiet with Moksha yet. I took out food. Everyone's tired. Right. There's jerky and dried fruit over here. Have some. With it. Well, the coyote pups peed. The coyote pups peed. Despite the current crisis, the birth of these wolf pups eased everyone's fears a bit. My head suddenly developed a dizzying sensation. The body is still too weak. I wonder how Longju is doing. When will Frosty Cloud be back? On the other hand, it's still snowing heavily outside. Machin noticed Frost Cloud. Frost Cloud, they turned back. Well, what now? He then instructed this henchman, you take a shortcut and go quickly to Rocky Mountain and tell Aki. The other team then said, so, Witch Doctor Machin, what about us? We've got to stop Frost Cloud and go after them. We can't let them go back to Rocky Mountain. At that moment, Frost Cloud seemed to notice the voice behind him. Where are you going? It's Machin. Why is he here all of a sudden? Frost Cloud immediately shouted, commanding the rest of the clan to rush over and hurry back to Rocky Mountain. And on the other side, stop them. Frosty Cloud is standing here alone, with the full moon and the sky behind him. Who dares to stop me? He shouted. The body radiates light. With that, he turned into a silver wolf and leapt up, the light following his position. Finally he landed firmly on the ground, runes flashing beneath his feet, rushing towards the Black River wolves that were going to intercept them. They instantly let out a cry of misery. Machin immediately panicked. At once our soul beast, Frost Cloud actually awakened a beast's soul. Run, move back. They're just frozen into stone. The Frost Cloud rushed towards these stones and shattered them, and they naturally died. Asachin looked at Frost Cloud's ability and miscalculated. The difference in battle power between a soul beast and an ordinary beastman was incomparably wide. All they could do was flee frantically, and the clan behind them tried to stop them. Stop chasing and go home. Machin's reaction means something should really have happened to Rocky Mountain. And on Baidai's side, he is still making his way to Sanya's cave. Strange. I suddenly feel that Slow is in danger. Go back to Rocky Mountain first. Then we went back to the Rocky Mountains. Frost Cloud returned with a tribal enemy, but it seemed late, and the ground was littered with corpses. They couldn't believe it. My brothers, all killed. Frost Cloud also suddenly thought at that moment, where are my mates? Arshel and the rest of them? The orcs behind him responded to him, seeing a group of orcs heading towards the north of the forest. It should be Aki and the others. That's when Whitey jumped up. Patriarch, it's Whitey coming. I've come all this way with the bodies of Rocky orcs. Where's Is? Is she all right? Yeah. Frost Cloud just remembered there were no females among the corpses of this clansman, so Slow must have hidden with them. If Slow is still alive, there must still be alive ones in the clan. Slow down, Lanshu. It's me, Frost Cloud. Back. I must be alive. However, the carcass of a white wolf appeared before his eyes.